Thank you. Welcome back to the January 9th, 2024 meeting of the Hauppauge Union Free School District Board of Education. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Number 4 on the agenda is the superintendent's update. Dr. Murphy.
Thank you, Mr. Barchet. Welcome, everybody, tonight, our first meeting since December, so happy New Year to the entire Hauppauge community. Just a couple of updates about our students. First off, high school diver Colin Buscarino was named one of Newsday's top 25 swimmers and divers for the 23-24 season, so congratulations to Colin. Right. Secondly, middle school student Andrew Weir was invited to the New York Stock Exchange on Wednesday, January 3rd, for a tour and to watch the ringing of the closing bell. This is not the first time he's been invited into the city. He was at the NASDAQ as well recently. He was there with Mrs. O'Connor and teachers Brian Ferrara and Amy Thompson. So congratulations to Andrew. And then lastly, we have a new event this year that Dr. Reinbold has organized, the Scripps Spelling Bee. We had our inaugural bee at the 3 elementary schools last week. Congratulations to the following students who will represent the district at the first regional competition in February. Riona Matal, Ismael Morales, Lily Muhlenberg, Nisha Murugan, Adarinsola Ogunsakin, my apologies if I did not get that correct, and Mila Rojas. So congratulations to those students. Mr. Barchet.
Thank you. Number 5 on the agenda is recognition, awards, presentation, adoption of minutes. 5C is the adoption of minutes from the business meeting of Tuesday, December 5th, 2023. Do I have a motion? Thank you, Dr. Pratt. I will second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Okay. Abstentions? Thank you. 4-0-2-1 with Mr. Scarito abstaining and Mr. Kiley and Ms. Capisi absent. 5A on the agenda is recognition and awards. 5A1 is the high school Eagle Food Pantry. Ms. Pagliari.
Hi, good evening. I'm Mrs. Pagliari, the middle school assistant principal. I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to speak tonight and recognize some extraordinary community members. In a few minutes, I'm going to invite Colin Buscarino and Nicholas Sumwalt up to tell you a little bit about how Hauppauge's Food Pantry works. But first, I would like to describe a bit of how we landed here. So it makes sense, last year I was serving as the AP in the high school, and that's how I worked with Colin and Nick. Throughout the building, we have various groups that work on special projects to enhance the building and community offerings. Mention of food drives and food collections popped up in several groups, including Youth and Community Alliance and Hauppauge for Humanity. As we listen to these ideas, it seems sensible to pool all of our resources and get something up and running. In January of 2023, myself and 3 of our high school teachers began visiting schools that had established successful food pantries. Once we returned, we met with Colin and Nicholas, and plans quickly went into motion. This has truly become an enriching opportunity for our village to give directly back to the community. This has united many groups within the building, and now we have extended down to the middle school. I'd like to take a moment to recognize a few people that helped make this happen. Ms. Griffin, our high school social worker, Ms. Pasilio, our middle school leadership advisor, Ms. Procaccini, Ms. Pavlidis, and Ms. Conahan, high school teachers, Ms. White, our interact advisor, and Ms. Fazio and Ms. Maladrucolo, high school secretaries. We had students and staff packing, sorting, collecting food, and reaching out to families. Seniors were able to earn their required community service by assisting with the pantry. It has truly been a group effort. I want to take a minute and highlight two people tonight, Mr. and Mrs. Summel and Mr. and Mrs. Buscarino. As I'm sure you are, you should be incredibly proud of the amazing men you have raised. They are compassionate and motivated and have made a serious commitment to ensure this food pantry is ready to sustain itself as they leave the walls of Hauppauge High School. I feel honored to have had the opportunity to work with such kind and selfless people, and I know they will have a lifetime of success. So at this time, I'd like to ask Ms. Bilski, Dr. Murphy, and Ms. Barchet to come up and present Colin and Nicholas certificates on behalf of everything you do for our school and community.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you to the Board of Education and Dr. Murphy for allowing us the opportunity to speak here tonight. I'm very excited to finally allow the community to get a better understanding of what the work we do at the high school is. So I'm glad to present to you a little bit about the Eagles Food Pantry. So as Ms. Padre said, we have started this project about a year ago. We started in January, late January of last year. And it started because there is an overwhelming demand for food, and there's a lot of food insecurity in our community, whether or not we see it on the surface or not. So the goal of our pantry is to reduce that food insecurity within high school students and throughout the community at large. We started off last year by setting a foundation. We aimed to gather enough food to stock the shelves of the pantry and kind of figure out initially how to help students in the building, and we have made efforts this year to try and extend that to the greater community. An essential part of this is Hauppauge for Humanity, a club that Nick and I founded last year as a part of my CAST project for the IB program. Hauppauge for Humanity serves to provide humanitarian aid to those in need in our local and wider community through financial support and donations. In this photo, you can see a little bit of our letter writing campaign. Just last week, we met to write letters. We wrote about 30 letters to local organizations and global organizations to request for some donations for our pantry to continue to stock the shelves and maintain the longevity of this valuable resource. And on the other side, you can see our members packing boxes for the Giving Tree event, in which we packed 21 orders for 85 community members, an incredible feat, which I'm incredibly proud of.
Okay, so at every meeting, we normally take the kids down, we kind of talk about the topic that we do of the day. We've had them sort food boxes, we've had them check expiration dates to make sure everything is good to go. We've gone to the middle school to collect and bring back the food. And without our members, we wouldn't be able to do much of this, which is special thanks to all of them as well. Really, that's pretty much it. You can see in the photos, we have our shelves, many of our members, as long as Pfizer, Ms. Pavlina is helping us out. And other than that, I just want to say a special thank you again for hearing us tonight, and especially Ms. Pavlina for helping us along the way.
Guys, how would we donate food if we wanted to the pantry?
So there is a box outside of the guidance suite at the high school. So that is always a place you can go to. There is a food donation box in Madame Pavlina's room I believe it's 359, but I'm not too sure about that. You could contact one of us, any social worker, or any assistant principal at the high school. Hauppauge for Humanity meets every Monday, every other Monday. Our schedule is posted outside of Madame Carlita's door, so anyone can check the dates. We encourage as many members and as many donations as possible. It's important that we get a wide variety of donations. We've expanded beyond food to hygiene products, clothing, to school supplies. It's all incredibly needed. Anything anyone is willing to donate, please contact me or Nick or any of our advisors, and we would be more than happy to take any of your donations.
Thank you both. Tremendous job. Thank you.
5A2 on the agenda, sports recognitions. Mr. Butler.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here tonight to recognize some of our fall sports athletes and their collective and individual accomplishments. At this time, I'll call out the names of our award winners, and then they can come up and we'll meet over by the stage over here. The first are our individuals, two individuals that are not here tonight, but we want to recognize anyway. For boys soccer, Ryan Budke was All-County, and John Margulies for football, All-County, All-Division, and on the first team, All-Star team. Two of our individuals that are here tonight, for girls soccer, All-County and All-State for the second year in a row, Taylor Maletti. And for gymnastics, All-County, Allison Townry. Next, to recognize two of our teams who had achieved greatness this fall. Within these teams, obviously there are individual honors, which we'll allude to as well. But the first team we will recognize is the girls swimming and diving team. Back-to-back county champs and undefeated league champs. They were second place at the New York State Championships, as well as winning the Suffolk County Swim Officials Sportsmanship Award. The individuals on the team are Rowan Ashby, Marina Serrato, Mackenzie Clark, Avery Genninger, Liana Gentile, Megan Horgan, Gabriella Lanfranco, Lola McGuire, Kaylani Sanchez, Mary Schroeder, who was All-League, Avery Wilcox was All-State, All-County, and All-League. Haley Wilcox, who was All-League. And Jenna Williamson. Also like to congratulate our coaches, Rich Leonetti and Brandon Modrove as well. Sure. Take a picture of this team first, and then we'll get our next group. Anybody in the crowd who wants to get this shot, don't be shy.
Oh, sorry.
No. Can we get it?
I got you, no worries.
Congratulations, girls. All right, and our next team that we're going to recognize is our Class A County Champion, undefeated league champion girls volleyball team. Members of the team are Lindsay Adams, Sarah Adams, who was all-county tournament, League 4 Defensive Player of the Year, and All-League. Stephanie Braun, Haley Collins, Chloe Collins, Olivia Condos, Addison Drake, Haley Hutzler, who was all classification and all league, Peyton Palessa, Daniela LaChapelle, who was all league, Melissa O'Connor, who was all state, all county tournament, all county, Class A tournament MVP, all league, all Long Island, and Suffolk County Player of the Year. Caitlin Olivetto, who was all league, Emily Schiarone, Brooke Tarasenko, Meredith Teresiano, and Allison Soros, who isn't here tonight, but Allison was all-state, all Long Island, all county tournament team, League 4 Player of the Year, and all-league. Congratulations, girls. Thank you.
Good.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Carol.
Thank you, Mr. Butler. We will take a 5-minute break now before we proceed with the rest of the meeting. Thank you. Number 6 on the agenda, questions and comments on tonight's agenda only. Number 7 is the consent agenda. Do any members have any items that they'd like to have removed from the agenda? I will remove 7.2A4 and 7.4A. Any others? With that, I'll take a motion to approve the consent agenda, less those 2 items. Mr. Scrito with the motion. I will second. Any discussion? All those in favor? 5-0. 7.2A4, appointment of substitutes. Do I have a motion? Thank you, Mr. Scrito. Mr. Buscarino with the second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? 4-0-1. Mr. Barchet abstaining. (7.4A). Do I have a motion? Ms. Salvia, thank you. Mr. Scrito with the second. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? 4-0-1. Mr. Barchet abstaining. That concludes the consent agenda. Number 8 are policies on for second reading. Mr. Tasman, are either of these policies 4772 and 8413 time sensitive?
No, they're not.
I'm just going to ask that we table those. Full disclosure, I have not had a chance to look at them myself, so we'll just table them to our next meeting. I ask that the clerk put those policies on the agenda for then. No, it's only first reading. No. And then 8, number 3 is policy. Is that a policy or a regulation, Mr. Tasman, with the .2?
It's a policy.
It's a policy. 8130.2 is on for first reading. Hauppauge workplace violence policy statement. Any comments from anyone concerning 8.130.2? Seeing none, that policy will be returned to the committee and proposed for second reading along with the first 2 policies at our next meeting. Number 9 is the bond resolution. It's set forth in the minutes and it's 3.5 pages long. I'm not going to read it, but we will take a motion to, is it approve, Lindsay? Is it accept bond resolution?
To approve the bond resolution.
To approve the bond resolution, I'll take the motion. I'll make a motion. Mr. Scrito seconds. This vote will be done by roll call. Mr. Barchet votes aye. Mr. Scrito votes aye. Mr. Buscarino?
Aye.
Mr. Buscarino votes aye. Ms. Capisi is absent. Dr. Craffa?
Aye.
Dr. Craffa votes aye. Mr. Kiley is absent. Ms. Salvia?
Aye.
Ms. Salvia votes aye. The ayes have it. 5 ayes, 0 noes, and 2 absent. Number 11 on the agenda is discussion matters. There are none. Number 12 on the agenda is new business. Board members or any board members have new business. Mr. Scrito? Anyone else? Does administration have any new business?
We do not.
Thank you. 13 on the agenda is questions and comments from the community concerning anything related to the district whatsoever. Does anyone have any questions or comments concerning anything related to the district? Number 14 is an adjournment. Our next meeting is January 23rd, rather, 2024. It's a community meeting here. And we have executive session to continue to seek advice from legal counsel. But I'll take a motion for an adjournment for the purposes of executive session. I'll make the motion. Mr. Scrito seconds. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? 5-0. We are adjourned. Thank you. God bless Hauppauge and God bless the United States. Thank you.